Hello team, Steve with you here. Today we're talking about protein. And protein, as we know, comes from our food, and it's probably the most important macronutrient that we take in. Macronutrients, there's three main ones. There's carbohydrate, there's fat, and there's protein. And protein really makes up it's almost like the bricks and mortar of our body. Protein is made up of amino acids. It fuels the building blocks of life. So when we take in this food that has protein in it, we facilitate growth and repair throughout the body. Protein's got a good correlation with muscle as well. So if you are working out or doing any sort of exercise, you want to be getting enough protein because that's going to fuel your muscles and help them grow and adapt to the movements that you are doing. The protein's got far more benefits than just muscle growth. For one, it's very, very satiating. So if you used to be properly satiated after your meal, you want to have enough protein in the meal. If you eat a meal that's, for example, straight carbohydrate, you're not going to have the same effect in the body and in the brain following the meal. You might be looking for a dessert or something if you're having a meal with straight carbohydrates, whereas protein can add to that satiation fact and lead to better regulation of appetite. Secondly, protein has a great metabolic effect in the body. So we have a thermic effect in the body that's constantly moving like a fire, like a furnace burning. And protein has the best thermic effect of any food, any macronutrient in the body. So more reason to increase to eat protein is to increase your metabolic rate. Protein, we know, comes in many forms of food. It's most commonly associated with animal products. The reason being is that animal products have the most broad range of amino acids. So amino acids, there's 20 of them, and there's essential amino acids as well. Meat, animal products will have all of the essential amino acids. The essential amino acids are the ones that we cannot get we cannot synthesize alone. We need to be getting them from our diet, and meat covers a lot of those. Where plant-based proteins come in, and this is things like lentils, beans, soy, these are also packed with amino acids, usually high in protein, but they don't have what's considered a complete amount of essential amino acids. So these are considered suboptimal. So if you are eating a plant-based diet, make sure you cover the broad spectrum of amino acids by making sure you get your proteins from a variety of plant-based sources. If you eat meat in your diet, great, you're probably getting enough of the essential amino acids. In terms of the amount, the very least amount that we want is 1 gram per kilo of body weight. That can go up to 2 grams per kilo of body weight, especially if you're doing some exercise and strength training. Or if you've got some body composition goals, about 2 grams per kilo of body weight is a good idea. You can easily track that through something like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer. These are apps that you can use that track your food. So foods that have protein, meat, I mentioned that. The plant-based proteins will have it as well. Also, dairy's got some proteins in there as well, but we've got to think about what's got the highest percentage of protein. The highest percentage of proteins are the lean proteins. These are things like chicken, turkey, fish, soy is a lean source of protein, lentils are a lean source of protein, beans are a lean source of protein. Something like pork will have plenty of protein, but it's also got a very high amount of fat as well. So if we are looking to increase our protein, getting more of the lean proteins is going to give you more bang for your buck. So how can we include more proteins in the diet? Making sure just looking at your meal and seeing that you've got about a fist worth of protein. That's a good starting point for anybody. A fist worth of protein is enough for that meal. Making sure you're getting at least three of those during the day, and you should meet your protein requirements. That's protein for today, team. Thanks for listening in. I'll see you next time for carbohydrates.